Hi everybody, it's Mother's Day, so I don't know how many people will actually tune in to watch this, but right now I am video taping and I decided to make it a live. My video review about the Atomic Tarot by the Atomic Pixies. I don't know how many of you remember this deck. I switched decks maybe about a month ago. And so I just want to give a shout out to the Atomic Pixies. You can find them at www.atomicpixies.com, on Instagram as at Atomic Pixies, on Tumblr as at Atomic Pixies, on Twitter as at Atomic_Pixies, in Redbubble, which I don't know what that is, as also at Atomic Pixies. So check them out. In the meantime, I'm gonna give you a little walk through the deck. First off, my overall impression of the deck was, it really, and you might have, if you've read the interview I did with them, to me, it's like a comic book, and it reads like a graphic novel. It's actually really cool, especially if you're into graphic novels, which I definitely am. So I enjoyed that aspect a lot. They also took some liberties with the deck as well, such as changing some of the suits, and we'll get into talking about that a little bit too. We did talk about that in the interview, but if you missed that, I'll just go over that again. So, without further ado, I just want to give you a little bit of background on the deck as well. So, this deck, according to the Atomic Pixies, is a deck that combines science and magic, or, in other words, alchemy. So that's the whole vibe that goes through the deck. Now, also, there's a post-apocalyptic feel to the deck as well, which is kind of cool, and also very graphic novel associated. And then also, unfortunately, this deck is not is sold out right now. So keep checking back with them at www.atomicpixies.com, and they will. I'm gonna give you a wave. Well, hi, how are you? And they will get back with you about when they're gonna do another print. I got lucky and got ordered like on the last day possible for this when I found out about the deck. So, I'm just going to walk you through the Atomic Tarot. Let's start with the major arcana. So, we have, starting with the Fool, the Magician, and the High Priestess, the Empress. And another thing that I really love about this deck is that it is just so diverse. This deck is definitely, it features people of color, it features people of different gender orientations, it features people of different sexual orientations. So it's a really eclectic deck to work with, and I like that because sometimes I go to read tarot and I feel like the deck choices are really whitewashed, and I feel like I don't really have much of a diverse option to give my clients to look at. So that's another reason I really like this deck. I really appreciate the fact that they did consider that, there's other kinds of people in the world. Also, so that's the major arcana. Let's go to the pentacles. Now the pentacles are, they chose bees to use to represent them. So they did switch up the suits a little bit. Bees, the creator said, are some of the most hardworking animals, creatures, I guess you'd say, on the face of the planet. So they chose them to represent the material side of the tarot, which is the pentacles. So you'll see that bees are featured on every card in this deck, and I personally like the little border around it with the beehive and the bee. And then the main image is in the circle. So there's our suit of bees. And then they also switched up the core cards as well. So instead of a page, we have hearts. I don't know the reason why they did that. I would be curious to look into it more. I might have asked them about it. I might have forgotten. But I still think, regardless, that, they're beautiful cards. So here's your page. It's heart. Your knight is called a champion. Your queen is called a luminary, and your king is called a shepherd. So that wraps up the suit of bees on the Atomic Tarot. Next we have, they switched up the suit of swords and changed it to stars. Now, I really like the celestial theme of this particular suit. I like it, actually, this representation better than the classical swords, actually. Call me weird, but I do. So I'll just give you a walkthrough here. So we have the Ace of Swords, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I guess because the stars are so far away and the swords is the suit of air, that might have been why they chose that. I would be interested in learning more about that as well. But so then we have the page. Oh my goodness, this is backwards. Well, you can't. Okay, so the champion, the luminary, and the shepherd. So we have that, and I didn't realize that this mirror is making the writing backwards, so the writing on my side is backwards too. Oh well. So then next we have the atoms, and this is supposed to be the suit of wands. They chose atoms because they're the building blocks of everything, and the wands are like a spark of passion that can ignite into something bigger, so I can see why they chose that. So let's take a walk through the suit of wands. And as you can see, they do keep the theme with the sort of red electric charge of the wands deck. I don't understand that one. And then we have the court cards again. And last, I really like this, the tides. It's obviously the suit of cups, and it has like an underwater mermaid theme, and the theory is that life began in the ocean, and since they do take a sort of science meets mysticism approach, it makes sense why they chose to have an ocean theme for the cups. So here we have the Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we have the court cards, and they're mermaids, and it's so cute. Like, look at these adorable mermaids. Like, this is probably my favorite suit they did. So that's that. If you're interested in learning more about the Atomic Tarot, go to www.atomicpixies.com and you can check it out. Keep up with them to see when they'll be doing another printing of this. It's currently not in print. They are not currently accepting pre-orders, but that doesn't mean they won't be in the future, especially if enough people express the desire to own this deck, then maybe they'll, print another issue. So there's that. Now, kind of want to do something fun. So I'm going to sign off on my video over here. I've got 2 cameras going. One's for my YouTube. So thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to next time.